Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Since the crypto market is overall in a downward trend right now, I thought I could use this opportunity to cover some large cap gems that in my opinion has a incredibly high potential to explode in the future. And one of the very strong altcoin that has been in my portfolio, and I'm constantly increasing my bags in it, and this project is called Kusama, right? As always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects that we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to their website kusama.network in order to learn more about this project, right? So if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you will probably know that I like to talk about Polkadot based projects. For people who don't know what Polkadot or Kusama is, they are basically projects that aim to provide smart contract capabilities or be a multi-blockchain based platform with interoperability built into it, and also it's extremely highly scalable. The project has extremely strong tokenomics, and also it's founded by Dr. Gavin Wood, who's basically the person who wrote the Solidity smart contract, which is used by Ethereum, right? So he was basically the chief technology officer of Ethereum, and then he kind of left the project and started his own blockchain project called Polkadot and Kusama. And today we're going to cover about Kusama, because I believe that this project is extremely undervalued, and I believe that this project can explode in the long run, right? So Kusama is an exact copy of Polkadot, and the only thing that basically makes Kusama different from Polkadot is that it's not audited. It's considered as a canary network or a test net for Polkadot, but Kusama has its own token, its own tokenomics, and it's pretty much the exact same copy of Polkadot, right? So how does Kusama work? Basically, Kusama works by having it's a relay chain that is connected to multiple other own independent blockchains called parachains, which is basically the allows for all the projects to be connected to the relay chain using the parachains. And Kusama is a scalable, highly scalable, extremely fast, and considered as a third generation blockchain, which is a project that can be extremely fast, which can have smart contract capabilities, and many parachain based projects are lining up to be a part of Kusama's ecosystem, and therefore are participating in something called as the parachain auction, parachain slot auction to be specific, which is basically where projects that want to be a part of Kusama's parachain, they basically hold as much Kusama tokens as they can, and currently the parachain slot auctions are occurring, in which the project takes snapshots of the projects that have highest number of Kusama tokens that are bidded for this project, and they get selected to be plugged in with the Kusama's relay chain, right? And that's how they start their life as their own blockchain that is attached to the Kusama relay chain, right? So apart from this overall introduction, Kusama is also a project that is Ethereum virtual machine compatible, which means any Ethereum based smart contract projects can link itself to Kusama, although the details are not really fully well understood. I believe that initially there would be some form of a bridge that would make tokens from Ethereum run on the Kusama blockchain, Kusama and Polkadot blockchains. but in the future there would be much more seamless interoperability between Ethereum and Kusama as well as Polkadot, right? So the scalable multi-chain network for radical innovations. Again, that's basically what is usually described of Kusama. Unprecedented interoperability and scalability for blockchain developers who want to quickly push the limits of what's possible, built using Substrate with nearly the same coin base and industry leading multi-chain infrastructure as Kusama's cousin Polkadot. So again, Kusama and Polkadot are some of the most cutting-edge technologies in blockchain space. The idea of having a relay chain with multiple different parachains are similar to the Ethereum 2.0 model, where Ethereum would have its own main beacon chain, which is basically the relay chain in Kusama, and Ethereum will have multiple different blockchains that's connected to it, known as shards, that can make Ethereum 2.0 much more scalable and much more efficient than Ethereum 1.0, which we are currently facing right now, right? So Kusama aims to solve what Ethereum is planning to do with its Ethereum 1.0 at the current situation. So Kusama is basically Ethereum 2.0 at present, right? Ethereum 2.0 is scheduled to be released next year, early next year. But again, as like every different upgrade that's potentially planned for Ethereum, this will also potentially have its own delays, and it can probably be pushed even till the end of next year, which will probably make a lot of people impatient. And till they get Ethereum 2.0, they would have opportunities like Kusama and Polkadot that also offer pretty much the exact same type of features that Ethereum 2.0 is planning to offer, right? So the one main thing about Kusama as well as Polkadot is that they are built on top of a substrate, which is basically the same. It's basically a similar type of coding to Solidity, but a little bit different, and it is a native coding language for Polkadot and Kusama based projects, right? So that's something that's very interesting. And obviously Kusama is referred to the cousin, or Polkadot is referred to as the cousin for Kusama, and Kusama is referred as the cousin or younger brother to Polkadot. So those are some of the common terms that you will see. So origin of Kusama: the relationship between society and technology has deteriorated to the point where large entities routinely stretch and overstep their authority. Kusama is a network built as a risk-taking, fast-moving canary in the coal mine for its cousin Polkadot. It's a living platform built for change agents to take back control, spark innovation, and disrupt the status quo. So again, this is a little bit of an introduction to Kusama from a philosophical perspective. It's actually aiming to solve the centralized nature of current financial ecosystem, which is basically what several smart contract based platforms are aiming to solve. But the best thing about Kusama is that it is a project that can be used as a test platform for Polkadot, and any project that will eventually end up being on Polkadot will have to go through Kusama either one way or another, right? Because Kusama is going to be this battle testing ground for any substrate based projects that will eventually go on Polkadot. That will make Kusama this, although it's high risk because of its it's kind of like a new and it's a platform that's used for testing, so anything could go wrong. So although it's considered as a high risk, it is considered as a innovation that can continue to exist side by side with Polkadot as well as several other blockchains as well, right? So it is basically its own blockchain, but it has much more of testing and wild west kind of like vibe to it, right? So again, here they're talking about Kusama, and again, as I mentioned, they're basically stating that Kusama is a project that is supporting Polkadot with testing all the projects that will eventually end up in Polkadot. It's also founded by Gavin Wood in 2019, and he was basically the former CTO of Ethereum, right? So again, if you want to go into the history of Kusama, you can obviously do that, but for the purpose of this video, I'll kind of quickly move forward, right? Launch your custom blockchain. So again, what Kusama enables is it aims to let other projects create their own customized blockchains on top of Kusama. And what are the benefits for other projects to use Kusama? So if you see fast iteration, move fast and ship your product, Kusama's risk-taking and nimble mentality allows developers to move swiftly through the governance and upgrade process, enabling rapid progress and growth. So if you want to start your own blockchain, right, it's extremely difficult. It will take a lot of time and a lot of genius minds to create your own blockchain from scratch. And even if you do create your own blockchain from scratch, there's no guarantee that people would use it, because you need to market it, you need to focus on bringing attention to your blockchain, you need to make your blockchain unique, and you need to make sure that it's fast, it's scalable, it's interoperable. So there's so many things to look into when you plan to create your own blockchain, right? And also, if you create your own blockchain, there are several other competing projects that can easily crush your market share, right? So your best bet would be to be a part of another project which is a blockchain of blockchains, as to say, and that would probably be the best option for you to get some traction on your project, right? So Kusama basically offers that, and also it offers fast iteration, which means you can basically move and ship your product as quickly as you can. You can implement your platform as soon as possible, and you can use Kusama's popularity and the name brand of Kusama to bring in attention to your project, right? And that will eventually be something that will drive adoption for several projects that become parachain, parachains to the Polkadot and Kusama ecosystem, right? So if you think about this, if you want to obviously start your own blockchain, is going to be very hard. So you go to look at projects, look at connecting with other blockchains, and you basically have two options, Kusama or Polkadot, right? Why would you choose Kusama on top of Polkadot? Why can't you just go to Polkadot, and why would you need to make your project be available on Kusama? The reason that you would want to do that is because Kusama is a risk-taking platform, which means if you want to test your own product or platform, Kusama would be the best bet, because it's not audited, which means you can basically take a lot of risk. It's very nimble. Things that happen on Polkadot may be slightly slower because of the high anticipation and high security requirements, and safety for the projects is a big concern on Polkadot. But Kusama, although you can practice your product or your own blockchain and test it out in a real life scenario, just like in Kusama, it's also very nimble and allows developers to swiftly move through governance and upgrade process without having to face any roadblocks that you may potentially face on Polkadot, right? So that's one of the reasons why Kusama would be a good option for you. Low economic barriers. Launch your custom blockchain or parachain project with low barriers to entry, ideal for lean startups looking to move fast and iterate. So again, if you are looking to look for a cheaper option, so all you would need to do to be a parachain is that you need to participate in a parachain slot auction, which means you have to hold as much KSM tokens, which is a native token of Kusama, as you can, and you can basically lease your place on Kusama blockchain by holding as much KSM tokens, and you can basically lease the blockchain for a year or two, right? And since it's relatively cheaper to buy Kusama tokens than create your own blockchains from scratch, it's a low economic barrier for you, right? Advanced technology built on a next generation sharded multi-chain network while employing the newest features before they are deployed on Polkadot. So again, Kusama is basically going to be the first place where any new risky innovation is going to happen within the Polkadot ecosystem, right? So if you want to use that cutting edge technology that Polkadot has to, that Kusama has to offer, before you want to test it out on Polkadot, you would basically have to be a part of the Polkadot's, Kusama's parachain, right? And that allows you to explore not only the Kusama blockchain but also even your own product and make it more advanced before you participate in a Polkadot based parachain auction, right? Open governance. Kusama is owned and governed by a community of network participants who vote on and control the evolution of the network, have a voice and make your mark in the evolution of the networks. Again, you will be able to participate in governance aspects as well. Engaged community, leverage Polkadot's global brand and developer community for your parachain, parathread or dApps. Again, as I mentioned before, instead of creating your own blockchain from scratch, you can basically use the brand name of Kusama to attract people and market share to your product, right? And that's something that you can basically use because Kusama and Polkadot both have a very strong community, right? Valuable experience for teams looking to move to Polkadot after fine-tuning on Kusama. Begin building your community and brand on Kusama before deployment. So even if you want to build your own project, you have to test out your project, right? So instead of giving all of your features on Kusama, you can only test the risky features of your project on Kusama. Make sure you learn a lot from Kusama and implement the best version of your project on Polkadot at a later stage, because since Kusama and Polkadot pretty much have the same kind of blockchain structures, functionalities and capabilities, you have the opportunity to use Kusama for honing your own project, right, as to say. And that's valuable experience that you can use in the Polkadot blockchain for success, right? So that's basically some of the main key value proposition of Kusama. Ready to start? Contact our team. So again, you can, if you want to become a part of the parachain slot auction or even be a pay-as-you-go blockchain such as Parathreads, you can contact them, right? So again, there's a lot of things that are presented here. So I'll quickly go to the parachain slot auctions. So again, KSM is a native utility token of Kusama. You can basically be a validator. You can nominate validators. You can also bond parachains or parathreads with Kusama, and you can vote on governance referendum, right? So there are several features to it, but I just basically want to take you guys to the parachain slot auctions, which is currently happening. If you click on the top right corner, you can click on auctions in order to see some of the auctions that they are their parachain slot auction kind of like schedule here, where you can see some very important information that will help you to participate in a crowd loan, which is basically where you can use your Kusama to support your project or the blockchain that you want to see in Kusama. And what you're going to do is you're going to basically lock your Kusama for a year or even 2 years or whatever the project has on its website, and in return they will give you a small share of their tokens. But the best thing about this method is that crowd loan is that you don't have to give up control of your actual Kusama, just like how you purchase a token during an IDO, right? In Kusama parachain slot auctions, you basically lock your Kusama, and after the duration of the parachain running leasing period, you will be able to temporarily lock your Kusama. But once your once the parachain lease is over, you will get back your Kusama. And since you had locked your Kusama, many projects give you out a small portion of their token at a very cheap price, which you can basically get without spending a single penny, right? But the downside of that is you have to lock your Kusama, which won't be accessible for quite some time, and that's something that you need to be extremely aware of. So that's basically the overview of what Kusama parachain auctions are. And here they have some information, a lot of information about their slot auctions, the durations. There are back-to-back numerous auctions coming in for Kusama. They're basically going to have auctions from June 15th, which was early this week, all the way till June 22nd, and then from June 22nd to May 13th, 2022, right? That's basically the continuous auctions that are scheduled. You can read all about it here. It's a lot of information. You don't really have to understand the nitty-gritty details of each and every section, because some of the sections could be extremely overwhelming. But all you need to understand is whenever you are buying Kusama, you basically have to understand that you are buying something that has a high potential to grow. It is a part of the Polkadot Kusama ecosystem, and therefore you are investing in something that's in a cutting edge technology that will bound to increase your wealth by several X's in the future, right? This is basically the beginning of a cementing of the DeFi ecosystem in the real world, whereby you have projects like Cardano, Ethereum, Polkadot, Kusama, and several other blockchains kind of working together to establish a decentralized ecosystem, right? And Kusama is in the forefront of that innovation. And if you take a look at the price point, this project has extremely high potential to explode in the future, and it's only worth $312.73, right? Again, I'm not providing any financial advice, or I'm not asking you to buy this token. What I am saying is the project has extremely high potential and it's going to explode. And this opportunity is one of the few opportunities to buy this token before it reaches 4-digit territory, right? And if you look at the market cap of this token is currently ranked 39th by market cap on CoinGecko, and it's currently having a market cap of $2.8 billion, right? So this token is a blockchain based project. It has a lot of potential to create some groundbreaking innovations, and the parachain slot auction, the very first parachain slot auctions, only began this week, which means if you get into this project after doing your own research, obviously, you're basically getting into something which is bound to succeed because of the extremely smart and intelligent people who have built this project. And also the project is aiming to be a prime competitor for several blockchain projects. Polkadot itself has a high potential to be the first $1 trillion altcoin on the crypto market, right? So by having so much going on within their ecosystem, I believe that $2.8 billion in market cap is still extremely low and it's extremely early, right? So this project can easily crush $10 to $15 billion in market cap by the end of this bull run. And I think next year, early next year, when Polkadot's parachain auctions go live, there will be a small Polkadot based bull run, which just like the DeFi bull run or DeFi pump season or DeFi season or whatever last year, and the NFTs run this year, early this year, you can see a mini Polkadot based kind of like a bull run early next year or late this year, which will send all Polkadot and Kusama based tokens to several millions of dollars in valuation, and Polkadot and Kusama itself will be in several $billion in valuation. And that's something that can definitely happen based on how these ecosystems are poised to succeed, right? So again, you can clearly see the passion that I have for Kusama and Polkadot. So if you see, the max supply for this token is only 10 million tokens. This project has less max supply than Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin has a max supply of 21 million. Obviously, 4 million Bitcoins are lost forever. So basically, you can say somewhere between 16 to 17 million Bitcoins are the max supply for Bitcoin, right? But this token has 10 million tokens, 10 million Kusama tokens as max supply, which is extremely low, right? And if you see the circulating supply, about 8.9 million tokens are already in circulation. So about 89% of the tokens are already in circulation. So this is an extremely scarce token, and bear in mind that this token has extremely high staking rewards as well. So if you stake this token, you can get somewhere between 13 to 15%, using decentralized staking, or if you want to stake it in a centralized exchange like Kraken, you can get 12% staking rewards for Kusama as well as Polkadot, right? So for a very scarce and very utility-driven token, this token is extremely undervalued in my personal opinion. Again, not financial advice. I'm definitely looking to buy more of this token as it dips further, because this token is exactly in the early stages of how Bitcoin or Ethereum was in 2011 to 2013 for Bitcoin, and 2015 to 2016 or 2017 for Ethereum, right? So that's basically where Kusama is at this stage, and it's still extremely early if you want to get in, right? You can also see the charts for this token. Again, Kusama was available, the information of this price point was available since 25th of September 2019, when the token was worth $6.02. Again, it didn't really have a lot of things going on because it was mainly in the testnet stage. Last year was when the actual mainnet kind of like went live for Kusama and Polkadot, and this token kind of was worth about $12.38 mid last August, and then it was, if you see, slowly climbing up and made an immediate all-time highs at about $541 late March this year, and then it was quite volatile, but making another all-time highs of about $588, closely touching the $600 mark mid of May, and then it's been quite volatile. But as you see, the token is cooling down right now, which makes it a good buy opportunity, right? So again, that's basically on the US dollar comparative. So if you take the Bitcoin comparative, on the other hand, again, this token has been doing extremely well in the Bitcoin comparative as well. So let's take the mid of 2020 as a base point, where you can clearly see the token went from 111,000 satoshis to an all-time high at that time of about 304, close to 400,000 satoshis per token, but it kind of like went down, touched a low point of about 203,000 satoshis, and then went on to make an all-time highs mid this May at about 0.0139 satoshis, 0.0139 Bitcoin, which is basically 1.3 million satoshis. So if you see the Bitcoin comparative as well, this token is going down. I do believe that for Bitcoin comparative, this token can go lower through the weekend, which will be a good buy opportunity, right? If you take the Ether comparative, again, the token has been quite volatile. This token was priced at 0.03 ETH per token early August last year, and then it made its first all-time highs of about 0.1 ETH. Again, early September, late August last year. It kind of cooled down and reached its relatively low points of 0.06 ETH per token early February this year, and then made an all-time highs on ETH comparative of 0.25 or 0.26 ETH per token before crashing back down. And now it's still going in a downward trend, but I believe that it can go a little bit lower during the weekend, and that will be a good buy opportunity for Ether as well as Bitcoin comparative. But in dollar comparative, you can obviously start dollar cost averaging in after you convinced yourself this project is a good investment opportunity. And when this project goes down, it's always good to buy, because it can easily cross the $1,000 mark by the end of this bull run, right? So if you take the exchanges, this token is available pretty much in every single exchange, major exchanges such as Binance, Huobi Global, OKEX, Digifinex, so on and so forth. But if you see, the main place to buy this token would probably be Binance and Huobi Global. You can get it from Kraken, KuCoin, Crypto.com, and several other popular exchanges, right? So if you can get it from Binance, I don't think there's any more reason for you to get it from somewhere else. But if you are from certain countries, or if you have accounts from certain of these exchanges, and if you feel comfortable buying this token from those exchanges, then that's also an option, right? So I also want to plug in like a Twitter, kind of like parachain meme contest that Kusama is having right now. So it's called Kusama meme. You can basically create a meme. You can go to their Twitter account and look at the rules and conditions for the meme contest, which you can participate till the 29th of June, I believe. And if you I've participated in some of the meme contests for not only Kusama but also for other parachain projects as well. They have their own meme contests. So if you want to support my meme, you can do that on Twitter. You can also post your own meme and tag me, and I can obviously support your memes. It's a exciting time, and I really feel like this project has a high potential to grow. I personally invested not only in Kusama but also in Polkadot. I will definitely get more of these tokens during dips like these, but obviously do your own research. But I feel like this project has a lot of potential, and since it's been on a downward trend of 9.4%, and I think it will go on a downward trend during the weekend, I just want to present this video to you guys so that you guys can do your research, right? So remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.